New details tonight. The Union County Sheriff's Office is looking for a man who they say robbed a local bank this afternoon. Deputies say the suspect used a large butcher knife to commit this crime, and we don't know how much money he got away with just yet. The search for the suspect is still ongoing tonight, but the bank itself is a little bit quieter, as you can imagine right now. And that's where we find Fox Carolina's Matt Kaufax, who joins us live with more on this story.
Yeah, Tori, the sheriff here tells me things like this don't happen very often right here. That's why it's so surprising. But he says that for a few very tense moments earlier today, customers and tellers here at the Arthur State Bank were sort of paralyzed with fear as they were confronted by this alleged knife robber. Now they are asking for anyone who has any information to come forward. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Sheriff David Taylor says this crime is surprising, to say the least.
I've been the sheriff here since 2009. This is only the second bank robbery. He used a butcher knife to commit the bank robbery.
Witnesses we spoke to say they initially heard terrifying rumors of a machete, but investigators say it was actually a large butcher knife. Taylor says when they got the call this afternoon around 2:30, they rushed to Arthur State Bank.
The tellers in there were physically shaken.
Shaken, but unharmed. He says that's when they started asking questions.
They told us that the bank robber, he had left on foot, ran across the road. We set up a perimeter, called out our bloodhounds.
We talked to several local business owners just blocks away. They say by the time they realized what was happening, it was all over. Taylor says that's because the suspect you're looking at in the surveillance photo made a quick getaway.
We were on the scene 2 minutes after the call came in. We later found out that this individual had left in a vehicle,
which concerned them even more.
One thing that concerned us was the schools were starting to let out. About that time, there's a school here within a half a mile of this bank, so we immediately put the schools on lockdown.
And still tonight, the search continues.
Don't know exactly at this point how much money was taken from the scene.
Taylor says the bank is still working on calculating that amount. Meanwhile, the sheriff's office say they know what this alleged knife robber looks like, and they have a description of his vehicle they'll continue to use.
And you heard them say that they still have that description of the vehicle. They're going to keep continuing the search. They are encouraging you now to either call the sheriff's office or call Crime Stoppers if you have any information at all. The tips you leave can be anonymous. And you did hear the sheriff say this is only the second robbery since he took over of a bank, second bank robbery, I should say, since he took over in 2009. He says that's why they take this extra seriously, and they will not stop until they bring the suspect to justice. In Union tonight, Matt Kaufax, Fox Carolina, the 10 o'clock news.
Matt, thanks.